ESPN College Football Prime Time. It is presented by Geico. We're in Lubbock, Texas, a sold-out Jones AT&T Stadium. They're calling this a blackout for this Big 12 matchup between the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. It's a big one, just the second ever meeting between these two programs, but the winner walks out at the top of the conference, joining BYU and Colorado, who've already gotten wins today. The winner of this game joins them unbeaten at 2-0 in the Big 12. You know, it's tradition here in Lubbock for the players come out of the locker room, they rub that saddle, and they join the masked Raider on the field. Their masked rider. Here comes the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, as always, Rod Gilmore. We got Lauren Sisler with us as well on the sideline. Hey, look, first time these two programs are meeting as members of the Big 12. Both 3-1, both unbeaten in the conference. And generally in the Big 12, these teams have been winning games by throwing it all over the lot, the air raid. But these two teams have been getting it done running the football. And we're going to see two of the best backs in the country tonight.
I have not gotten used to this trend of moving from the quarterback focus to the running backs. And listen, you're going to see two great ones tonight. Let's start with the biggest, baddest one of them all, probably Taj Brooks, the 5'10", 230-pound back for Texas Tech. A man this big should not be able to move laterally like this. He sees holes, he makes the right decision, and look at that change of direction. Unbelievable for a guy that big, but he's more than that. He can also get you yards after contact. He makes guys miss in the hole. And then how about his patience? He waits for his blocks to develop and then shows you his acceleration. He is a player who is completely an all-around running back. You see his numbers as to what he's done so far this season. Big back last year, but he's going to have a guy on the other side who will try and challenge him for the supreme back tonight. That's Corey Kiner from Cincinnati. He rushed for 1,000 yards last season, and he is the focal point of the offense for the Bearcats this season.
And we got elite quarterback play. The Red Raiders, Baron Morton. Well, he's 7-1 here at home. In fact, the Red Raiders have won 5 straight here at home. Brendan Sorsby, second in the Big 12 in quarterback rating. Raiders, Bearcats when we come back. This is the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. Sold-out Jones AT&T Stadium. Great atmosphere. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren Sisler.
Y'all, the atmosphere is real here. Going into this 5-game win streak, 13-3 under Coach McGuire here at home. You can feel the energy. It is loud. He said their biggest advantage is this one is their offensive skill. They're going to lean into that. For Cincinnati, though, they've got to win the turnover battle, and they got to stop the run game. Guys, let's go.
Nathan Hawks kicking it away. Dre McCray returning, all 12 Big 12 returner, and you see why. Got a seam, and he's brought down across the 35, and that's where the Red Raiders will take over. A 35-yard return by McCray, and we will get our first look at Baron Morton, the junior, son of a football coach. This young kid is 4th in the nation, 12 passing touchdowns. Of course, he won the job last season, battled a shoulder injury, only started 8 games, but boy, he's been efficient. Taj Brooks alongside in the backfield, and he gets the call, and it is Brooks over the left side, and he's brought down across the 40.
You know, Morton was the highest rated recruit at quarterback at Texas Tech, higher than Patrick Mahomes. And that'll tell you a lot. And he had the reputation of being a bit of a gunslinger, you know, sort of like Mahomes, but he has sort of toned it down a bit this year because of Brooks and what he brings to the offense.
A consensus 4-star prospect. He's part of that 2021 class. And here's Brooks again. Brooks across midfield and brought down at the 45. 15-yard pickup. Derek Canteen made the stop, and Texas Tech running it on the ground like they have done all season.
Yeah, we talked about it in the open, his patience and the fact that at 230 pounds, he can cut and change direction like a back who's about 190 pounds.
First and 10 for the Red Raiders from the Bearcats 45. That's Caleb Douglas in motion. And it looks like Texas Tech is going to call a timeout. They did not like the formation.
Timeout. Exactly. They could not
Texas
get
Tech.
that squared away.
That's
they were
the first
trying to
and a
get
half.
Douglas
30
up to
seconds
the line
timeout.
of scrimmage. And he couldn't understand what they were asking. But, you know, we were talking about quarterbacks and how we've had a trend in this conference to running backs. Well, Morton is a guy who has kind of adjusted to that trend. And we talked about him being a gunslinger, but now a guy who's a little bit more focused, not on his numbers and the like, but on the rushing attack and being complementary to it.
Along those lines, Rod, let's take a look at our impact players. They are brought to you by Carfax.
Well, and these are guys that when you think about what has to happen, it's going to make a real impact. You see there are a couple of receivers up there. You see Josh Kelly. You see Xavier Henderson. Those are big play guys for these teams respectively. And then up front, the Godfather, Dante Corleone, is going to have an impact. And Jacob Rodriguez, what a linebacker for Texas Tech. You will hear a lot about him tonight.
Two tight ends for the Red Raiders. And here's Brooks again, this time over the left side. He's brought down at the 40. Give him a 5-yard pickup. Brooks, team captain, averages 5 yards a carry.
What, 4 plays maybe? Not a pass yet, right?
3 plays, mostly on the ground. And it's Brooks again, a heavy dose of it. That's a first down and more.
Oh, wow.
7-yard pickup for Brooks.
Just a little bit of a counter. You saw, you know, you get the big tight end, number 80, Tharp, 6'9", coming across. I mean, he doesn't have to really block you a lot. You can't get around him. He's so big, number 80.
Keep in mind, Texas Tech has scored a touchdown on the opening possession in 3 of their 4 games. The only one, Washington State, where they went 3 and out. Remember, Taj Brooks didn't play that game.
That's right.
He was hurt.
That's
why they lost that. Well, I should say that's why they lost it.
It didn't help him.
That's what they say. Morton to the air, and he's looking for 6. Quick! What a defensive play, knocked away by number 21, Kalen Carroll.
Wow. He underthrew his receiver, and Carroll made a tremendous play. Great recovery to get back, to track the ball and get his hand on it. But that is a throw that Morton wants back because he had his man out there. And just throw it up to Aiken, let him run to the middle of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. You see he was sort of flat-footed and got that ball without anything behind it.
Second down, and it's Brooks. And he powers his way to the 30. For 3. Third down coming. Looks like we got a Bearcat down. And it looks to be Cam Rutherford.
Yeah, he's one of the backup nose guards.
They'll tend to him. We'll take a break. No score here in Lubbock yet. Let's take a look. There's head coach Joey McGuire in his 3rd season now here in Lubbock, 18-12. Look, he's pumped out winning seasons in his first 2 seasons, 2 bowl wins. He's a legendary high school coach here in Texas, especially in Cedar Hill, which is south of Dallas. Won 3 state championships there. There's flags flying here. And that is really discouraging. You come out of a
False
timeout.
start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Cravon Barrett, he's our head referee there. By the way, Cravon's mother's birthday. So happy birthday to Mama
set the
Barrett.
game clock to 12.
Mama Kathy,
Yeah.
happy birthday to you.
Cravon do his thing tonight.
Got to be proud here. Texas Tech, 38 penalties entering tonight's game, tied for the 6th most here in the FBS.
Clock operator, Paul.
The Red Raiders are 3rd in the Big 12 when it comes to 3rd down conversions. They usually convert them at a 49% clip. This is their first of this drive. Defense showing pressure.
It is not something that they like to do.
Morton to Kelly. He's tripped up at the 27, Kalen Carroll.
Yeah.
8-yard pickup.
Derek Canteen in there also. Now this brings up an interesting decision of 4th and less than 4. Do you kick it or do you go for it?
Well, analytics say
4th down.
4th and 8th and less, you go for it. But hey, you got a kicker that's
Well, McGuire told us yesterday.
pretty good.
Yeah, he said he's no longer simply going by the book. He's going by feel.
Just Gino Garcia. This will be from 40. And it's good. He's now made his last 8. Gino Garcia, and he puts the Red Raiders on the board.
You know, I think part of that was the whole concept that, you know, McGuire told us about yesterday. He said, hey, you know, that team on the other sideline has really not been behind this season and really hasn't been on the road. They had one short road trip. So he wanted to see how they would handle being behind in a game on the road when everything's been kind of nice for them. Can they handle the road? Can they handle being behind and the like?
More on that. Let's go down the field. Here's Lauren.
Hey, so you know, this is an interesting matchup. Sorry, guys, I just sprinted to the other side of the field, but we might have some special folks watching tonight. These two dudes might be watching because, you know, one of them played for Texas Tech, one of them played for Cincinnati, and they decided to get on the fun today. Travis Kelce, you got Patrick Mahomes, used to be rivals. Now, well, they're on the same football team and hopefully tuning in. So, guys, drop us a line if you're watching. Look at that, Patrick Mahomes. I'll bring back the hairdo. And Travis Kelce says, I left that look back in Cincy for a good reason. Y'all, this is throwback time, man.
It sure is. Me and Rod can't talk about the hair.
No, it's not a hair thing for us, man.
Here's Logan Wilson. He's still on his feet. Down the sideline. And out of bounds is Wilson. What a return. Sets up the Bearcats in good territory. That's a 29-yard return for Cincy. He's the transfer out of North Texas. He's from Dallas. Well, now we get a look at Brendan Sorsby. He's a redshirt sophomore, the transfer out of Indiana. Do you know this guy's thrown 8 touchdown passes? No interceptions in the 118 passes that he's attempted this season. That's the most among any quarterback in the FBS. And there's our first look at Corey Kiner.
Hey, don't you know the first rule of Fight Club? You don't talk about Fight Club. And you don't talk about no hitters. You don't talk about having not thrown a pick. You don't talk about fumbles.
It's amazing. This guy's thrown 118 and has not turned the football over.
And the Cincinnati fans are going to hate you for that. The announcer jinx.
He's been perfect. Second in the Big 12 in quarterback rating, just behind TCU's Josh Hoover. Second down, let's call it 4. Through the air. Soars. Caught. Xavier Henderson. We will say that. Then he dropped the football. Picked up by Jamoy Hayes. And Mays.
Ruling on the field is a catch and a fumble.
Recovers it. And the Bearcats are in business.
He is a matchup problem at 6'3", 200 pounds, and he runs his cross-country route. And you see, when you are chasing a receiver across the field, you have a hard time catching up with him. You see, into the slot he goes, and when you run cross-country and you're matched up against a safety, that is a bad look for the defense.
36-yard pickup. First and 10 from the Red Raiders 25. Here's Barry Jackson Jr. He's tripped up at the 20. 6-yard pickup there for the Bearcats.
You know, offense is really the strength of this Cincinnati team. They've struggled on defense, averaging about 32 points a game. They tend to be a run-first offense, but you saw that big throw and catch to Henderson, so you know they can throw the football. I think they'd want to keep that Texas Tech offense off the field a bit too today and control the clock a little bit.
Kiner averages 6 yards a carry. He's the single setback from the pistol. He gets the carry, and it's right up the middle as he spins and brought down at the 16.
You know, I hate to say this, but Kiner has not fumbled in his college career.
And you talk about me. You talk about me.
Well, you opened the door, so I just kind of walked through it.
He's a senior, Kiner is. He's a transfer from LSU. All he's done at 3 seasons at UC, 1,813 yards, 12 touchdowns is what he's racked up since he has joined Coach Satterfield there in UC. And met by A.J. McCarthy. No gain.
Well, there was no place to go because there was a huge pileup in the middle. Number 8, Amarion Banks really took on the double team and created a pileup, and then everything crashed inside after that. 4th down here, they will go. They will not kick the field goal.
They are first in the conference in 4th down. 3 for 3. They've been perfect. Victor Dawson has checked in into the backfield.
Can they hear? Because the crowd is really going to rev it up.
Guy keeping it is Sorsby. And he's got a first down for the Bearcats. They remain perfect on these 4th down conversions.
Sorsby is 6'3", almost 230 pounds. He is more athletic than people give him credit for. He's a guy who knows what he's doing, and his head coach, Satterfield, knows how to handle him.
Second season for Coach Satterfield. Of course, he played football at Appalachian State in the 90s, took over at his alma mater, and then took the Louisville job, and now here at UC. And they're going to call Texas Tech a timeout. .7:42 left in the quarter. Red Raiders 3, Bearcats knocking on the door. Lubbock, and for the Bearcats, this is really the first time they have trailed in a game since that Pittsburgh loss, where they basically lost that game in the last 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Corey Kiner has checked back into the game. You remember on that 3rd down carry, he came up a little gimpy and walked out to the sideline, but he's back in. First down.
You have to make sure defensively you know where the tight end, number 11, Joey Royer, is down here in this red zone.
Sorsby throwing to the end zone. Touchdown! Tony Johnson with the catch.
It is just a fade route, and his quarterback dropped the ball. Sorsby dropped the ball exactly where he needed to. They practiced that all week. Drop it into the bucket in the back corner of that end zone. Let the receiver go get it. And that's exactly what Johnson did. He beat the coverage right off the line of scrimmage. Not any contact at all. He gave him move inside and got a whole lot of room outside.
11th straight game for Brendan Sorsby with a touchdown pass. Nathan Hawks in for the extra point. And it is UC with a 7-3 lead here in the first quarter over the Red Raiders.
Yeah, coaching point. If you are a corner like that off a guy and you are impressed, you have to get your hands on him. You have to get your hands on him to disrupt the timing.
Tony Johnson is a guy who they said coming in, Coach Satterfield said, we got to get him more touches.
Yeah, well, if he keeps beating coverage like this, he's going to get a lot of touches because he won that route at the line of scrimmage and gave his quarterback plenty of room to drop the ball in there. And Sorsby did exactly that.
Look at Johnson. He spent a couple of seasons at Florida Atlantic and then came here, transferred into UC, went from a walk-on, now starter.
He made the all-freshman team back in 2022 when he was in Conference USA.
So Hawks will kick things away. Dre McCray back deep. They'll start things off from the 25. Cincinnati went 7 plays, 68 yards, did it in under 4 minutes. 7-3 our score. Brooks goes in motion. Jalen Conyers. And give him 3 yards.
Yeah, he's a tight end, and Cincinnati, I believe, came into this game thinking, you know what? We're facing a defense that plays a lot of 3 safeties, so we're going to get bigger. We're going to do a lot of tight ends in here. You see this little inside toss, and we will have a lot of tight end play, bigger bodies out there for this offense to match up against this defense.
2 tight ends. Morton throwing it to the outside, incomplete. He's throwing it in the direction of Coy Aikens.
So, because this defense that Cincinnati plays, it is a 3 safety look, a 3 high safety look that Iowa State made famous. It's designed to stop, the spread passing game and the RPO game, and it's been very successful in the Big 12 for Iowa State. Cincinnati adopted it this season. What they're facing tonight, though, is a Texas Tech team that decided, you're going to play that defense? We're going to get bigger. We're going to play a lot more tight ends and run the ball at you.
They go 5 wide. Morton under pressure. Escapes, throws. That's complete to McCray. And he's knocked out of bounds right at the line of gain. And it is a first down. And they'll go with a little tempo here. Try to speed things up. And it's Brooks. Give him 3.
It looks like Cincinnati is trying to make sure that they are really attacking the line of scrimmage. We talked about those 3 safeties. One of the benefits of them is that you have 3 safeties who are looking at the line of scrimmage playing run and pass. And they can attack the box and try to give you more numbers for making tackles.
Put that in the belly of Brooks, and he's met right behind the line of scrimmage by Simeon Coleman.
A little bit of a little stunt by Coleman.
True freshman.
Attacking the line of scrimmage. 6 feet, 230 pounds, out of St. Pleasant, Maryland.
They love him. They said that kid is always around the football. You saw why.
Yeah, used his quickness to get around the potential block of an offensive lineman. Big 3rd down.
And a long 8 here for the Red Raiders. Morton throwing, and that's complete to the outside to Kelly. And that's enough for a first down.
You can get Kelly matched up on safety.
No, they say it complete.
Huh.
Now they come back and say no, they're going to say he's out of bounds?
Wow.
Let's see. Oh, that right foot.
Yeah, right foot out.
That right foot.
The previous play of a catch is under further review.
I guess the one question I would have as a replay official is that left foot down and the right foot in the air while he has control of the ball?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's so, then that's probably a catch.
Trayvon Barrett will have to take another look.
Yeah, does he have control of the football while his left foot is in bounds? Because that right foot clearly came down out of bounds. And when you are reviewing, you need indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field. Which means it should be pretty clear to everybody that you have to overturn the call. Left foot down, catch. Yeah, I think that's a catch. I think that's pretty clear. His left foot is down in bounds. He's got control of the football, and the right foot comes down afterwards.
Let's see. Again.
After review, the ruling on the field is changed to a catch. It'll be 4.5 yards.
Oh, the crowd is really going to push
What do you do?
Mr. McGuire to go for it here.
What do you do? They'll mark it at their own 44. You hear them a half yard.
A bit of a roll of the dice if you don't get this, because that'll give Cincinnati a short field.
Analytics says go.
Yep.
Under Coach McGuire since 2022, 60 conversions, most in FBS, and Taj Brooks doesn't have it. The Bearcats say no.
Cincinnati came all out with pressure. They guessed correctly that it was going to go to their right side, and they were in the backfield in a hurry.
Rob Jackson, the redshirt senior out of Philly, makes the stop, and the Bearcats will have it in Red Raider territory when we come back. Bearcats defense coming up with a big stop thanks to their defensive coordinator, Coach Veit. And now it's the offensive turn. Evan Pryor has checked into the backfield for UC, the transfer out of Ohio State. Sorsby, wide open. Xavier Henderson. Henderson's loose. Henderson to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. 42 yards for Xavier Henderson. He had 2 catches for 2 tutties last week, and he's got another one this week.
Well, they moved him into the slot, and then for whatever reason, Texas Tech did not recognize him as the biggest threat from that position. At that spot, he is facing safeties, and he's running cross-country just like he did earlier. And they went back to that, and he's wide open on that deep, deep dig route. That's a cross-country route. He's going from one side of the field to the other.
Big defensive stop leads to 6 for UC. Extra point, good. Henderson already 2 catches, 78 yards. And listen, this should be no surprise. Cincinnati has outscored their opponents coming into tonight 59-9 in the first quarter.
Yeah, look at Henderson. He's in that slot position and just a little slant across the middle against safety coverage, and he is faster, quicker, better than that. There's no chance. Too much room in the middle of the field. No chance to get him. That's C.J. Baskerville trying to make a play on him, a strong safety, and that's a mismatch. You cannot have that.
4 touchdowns this season for Xavier Henderson. This is a guy who had just 3 touchdowns all last season. And don't forget, it was the D that came up with that big stop on 4th down that got him the football.
Absolutely. That was the key. It created the short field. It was a gamble by Texas Tech, and gamble that cost them.
To the studio, my man Kevin Connors. All right. Morton on the run, throwing, and that one's complete to Josh Kelly. If he could have put it on him, that could have been 6 Rod.
Yeah, he got outside the pocket, throwing on the run, a little bit challenged, but he got his key receiver, Kelly. The one thing Cincinnati has to do is keep Morton in the pocket. A little dash here, he's outside, and everything breaks down defensively.
Brooks, he is running into a Bearcat wall. That's maybe 1.
That defensive front for Cincinnati has stood tall the last couple of drives here. That 4th down stop in particular. And then opening up here, they are attacking that line of scrimmage. And again, that 3 safety look. Go ahead.
Well, you look at the first 4 carries for Brooks. 5, 15, 5, 7. Last 4, 5 carries, 3, 3, -1, -2, and just 1. To the air again. Morton throwing to the outside. That's McCray. And he is wrapped up and brought down at the 45-yard line by Derek Canteen.
To your point about the defense getting better, that opening drive, it felt like Cincinnati was just checking things out. They were pretty static. After that, they started moving their defensive front and their linebackers, and it's been more successful for them. This is a 3rd down Texas Tech needs to have. Momentum is squarely with the Bearcats.
1 for 3 on 3rd down this far. Morton quickly. And that's the Mason Thorpe breaks the tackle. And he's got a first down and more. Finally brought down at the 26, 16-yard pickup.
6'9" and 270 pounds. That's a tough matchup and a tough man to tackle.
Here's Brooks. Comes flying in there. Making the stop is Josh Minkins Jr.
Yeah, again.
And Dante Corleone as well.
You see what we're talking about with those safeties? They're unblocked. So they can come and make a tackle without worrying about a blocker in their way. And I heard you mention Mr. Corleone.
The Godfather.
The Godfather. His tagline ought to be, it's not personal, it's just business.
He's the team captain.
6'1", 320 pounds.
Yeah, had some blood clot issues.
Oof.
Missed that first game, but since he's been back, 15 tackles, a sack. There, over the middle, McCray. And McCray inside the 10, brought down at the 6.
How good was that by Morton? He pump faked to the outside route and came back to his receiver inside, hoping to move the safety a little bit and got him wide open.
21-yard pickup, Rob.
Yeah, there's just a little pump fake to the outside and then comes back. You saw the safety flying out to the sideline to go with the pump fake. I'll tell you something about pump fakes in a minute.
Let's see if they look for John Carlos Miller, who's been scoring touchdowns at a high rate. Over the middle to the end zone, Coy Aiken! Touchdown, Red Raiders! That's the sophomore's first touchdown on the season, or fourth, make it.
Lots of confusion in the Cincinnati defensive backfield on that. Eyes looking in the backfield and not at the receivers, and some confusion about who was supposed to be staying home in the middle of the field.
Aiken's been the safety blanket for Morton. Best of friends.
How about that as an answer for Texas Tech? Now Arnold, you'll see number 8 is on the right side, and he's looking around like, who is supposed to have some help in the back end? I'm sorry, that was 16, Jordan Robinson. He was looking around like he expected help in the middle of the field and was really upset after that play ended. Now, you'll see everybody bites on the run. This is one of the things with playing this style of defense, so aggressive, and you see very well inside. There's Jordan Robinson thinking, where are my safeties? Where's my help?
You see the Rick Pedraza. He's the umpire. I think his foot got stepped on, and they're tending to him right now. In that touchdown catch, you'll see him start to limp. Yeah, see? Happened on the touchdown catch. I think someone stepped on his foot. You can see him. There he is.
Yeah, middle of the field. And it looks like it is.
Stepped on right there.
Yeah, that is right. That's Jordan Robinson who stepped on him.
Yep.
That's a very good look at Robinson's reaction, because he had Aiken. I would expect the coverage he thought he had was outside, and he had help inside, and he looked around and he's like, where are my safeties? Nobody's here. Well, the play action got him.
Here comes Gino Garcia for the extra point. Red Raiders back in it. 7 plays, 75 yards. They did it in 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Coy Aiken with the touchdown catch. And by the way, how about Baron Morton on that drive? 5 for 5 on that drive.
He was elite on that drive. And I tell you, some of the throws where he moved the safety and comes back throwing inside and gave his receivers a chance to make plays. You know, he was taking advantage of the fact that that defense was focused on stopping Mr. Brooks.
More on Morton. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
Guys, I talked to Morton's dad, James, and he said, look, on the outside, Barron is very poker face. He doesn't exude a lot of energy, a lot of rah-rah spirit, but inside he is fiery. And you can see on the sidelines he's just kind of hanging out, chilling right now, going back to work, watching the tablet right now, trying to get back in the mode. But I'll tell you, that had to have lifted a lot of weight off his shoulders as he's trying to build some momentum for his team going into the second quarter here.
Well, you can see the crowd is certainly right back into it. For Cincinnati, that defense, this is the first quarter touchdown they've given up since November of last year. That was back against West Virginia.
You see all the tortillas flying?
Yeah, I do.
That's the tradition here.
Everywhere. I have been hit with about 3 so far. They're in my hair, they're on my back, they're all over the place. You better watch out down here. And it's good, bad, and indifferent. And I'll tell you, over on the Cincinnati sideline, they've got the barricades up and the tents up because literally the fans are just pegging them left and right.
Well, that won't be the last tortilla that hits you tonight.
2 tight ends for the Bearcats. Evan Pryor in the backfield. Sorsby from the pistol. And it is Pryor over the right side. And he powers his way to the 28-yard line. Brendan Jordan makes a stop, give him a 3-yard pickup.
You know, Kiner has been in and out of the lineup since he took that little hit. I think it was the opening drive or so. Hopefully he comes back in and is in good shape. And this is just a little change of pace with Pryor getting in.
Pryor's a guy, listen, he's already got a couple of touchdown runs of 60 yards.
Yep.
He's a home run hitter. The transfer out of O State. To the air. And it's Tony Johnson it was intended for.
Well, there was pressure that time on the quarterback, and I think it was Rodriguez who came in and got a hit on him.
That's Jacob Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Leads the team in tackles, leader of the defense. In fact, they say the best player on this defense. 3rd down, it's 7.
Noise has not bothered Cincinnati so far.
Royer, their tight end, no targets to him yet. He's in the slot, and they look for him, and incomplete. C.J. Baskerville was right with him. And you know, you look at that, you can have that arm around, around that waist.
Yeah. That is not a problem if you have what's called a hook. If you get your arm on him and you play the ball, you are fine. If you hook and turn, that's pass interference. But he told us yesterday he was looking forward to this matchup. He knew he was going to be facing a really big, tough tight end in Royer, who stands 6'5", and goes at 255. And Mr. Baskerville told us yesterday he would be up for the challenge.
First punt of the game. It's Mason Fletcher, 6'7", out of Australia. Josh Kelly.
Another one.
From his own 27. Does a dance, flag him, fly, and he dropped the football. And the Bearcats say they have it. And the Bearcats have it. Manny Covey.
I'm not sure that got knocked out. Did he get knocked out? It looked like he was dancing to make a move.
There was a flag on the play. They're going to sort that out.
Dorner return, illegal blocking it back. Return team, number 26. That penalties decline, 1st down.
So the Bearcats are in business, and you can almost say this is their 2nd turnover because that 4th down stop, a lot of teams count that as a turnover.
You are exactly right. And this is, I think this might have been his own guy. That's hard to tell but you know, you have to carry that football high and tight. Anytime you bring it down a little bit, you are susceptible. Yeah, that ball.
And your own man, yeah.
He's carrying that ball too low. You have to carry it high and tight. When it's down low, you create an opening where that ball can be knocked out.
So first turnover of the game.
No. You and I are going to say second, right?
Yeah,
we're going to say second.
Goes to the Bearcats. Here's Pryor with the carry. And he's driven back after a yard pickup. This is the second drive for Cincinnati that has started in Texas Tech territory.
Well, the first thing you need to think about defensively for Texas Tech is you have to find where Henderson, number 8, is, and rotate your coverage there when we come back after the end of the first quarter, because I don't think they're going to run a play.
Let me tell you something. We've had some fun here.
Already.
It's a 4-point lead for the Bearcats. Just the second ever meeting between these two. First one in 1968 ended in a 10-10 tie. First meeting as members of the Big 12, and it's 14-10. Second quarter when we come back. ESPN College Football Prime Time. It is presented by Geico. They're calling it a blackout here. Sold out Jones AT&T. Evan Pryor in the backfield. Corey Kiner is being checked out in the tent for Cincinnati. Throwing Sorsby incomplete to Pryor in the flag. That's Isaac Smith who was in coverage with him.
Pass interference. Defense. Penalty be a spot and foul. Automatic. First down.
Well, defensively, Texas Tech, you hate that call because it bails out the quarterback, Sorsby, because he was throwing this up after being under pressure. And you see on the right side, a little hand checking, a little grab right in front of the official.
So they'll mark it at the 25 of the Red Raiders. 1st and 10. Pryor in motion. He looks his way. Now he's going to keep it. Sorsby brought down at the 15 by Jacob Rodriguez. He's about a yard shy of that line to gain. That's a 9-yard pickup for Cincy.
You know, Texas Tech has had the most success defensively when they've brought pressure, but they're really not a blitzing team. That's not what they like to do. But when they've just been sitting back and playing bend but don't break, they've really been taken advantage of by Cincinnati.
You can see what Sorsby has done in the first quarter of this season. Royer at the top of your screen. This is Pryor. Ooh, and Pryor knocked back at the 21. That's about a 3-yard loss. Ben Roberts led the charge for the Red Raiders, and 3rd down coming.
Again, where is Henderson? And that's the guy you have to make sure that you do not leave man-on-man with a safety. And then the other guy, Royer, number 11. Yeah, he's a big target. Yep. This is his area of the field.
Since he's 0 for 2 on 3rd down so far in this game.
Royer is at the top of the screen in the slot.
Sorsby looking. He's throwing for Henderson. It overshoots him, and he had him.
Yeah, Henderson was matched up with Stevenson, and Stevenson fell down. And again, it was single coverage. I'm not sure I would want that. I'd want my safety coming over to help that side, but not enough help over there. And had this ball been just a little bit, higher and given his receiver a chance, Henderson could have made a play because he was wide open.
So here's Hawks. This is a 37-yard attempt. 4-4 this season, as long as 55. This kid remains money. It's now a 7-point lead for the Bearcats. Keep in mind, Braylon Lux, one of the best corner. Yeah. Texas Tech is out.
Yeah, and
he's out last week, and he's out this week.
Well, 2 of their 3, Jalen Peoples, is also out. So, you're talking about Macho Stevenson, who's, getting a start. And then on the other side, there's Horn, and they stayed away from him. They're going at Macho Stevenson tonight.
This season, Allstate is going to celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund, and we got to say thank you to Allstate for doing that.
Both these defenses have given up big plays in the early part of the season at an alarming rate, and that sort of kind of continued tonight.
Well, as we At the top of the hour, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Sold Out Jones, AT&T Stadium. Brian Custer along with Rod Gilmore and Lauren Sisler with you. This Big 12 matchup. This is Dre McCray. McCray brought down at the 15. And it's the Bearcats D that has come up big so far. They had a 4th down stop that led to a touchdown.
Oh, the 4th down stop was the biggest thing. And then the couple of defensive plays, there was a good play down the field by Carroll, but that stopped when they slanted their defensive line and linebackers. Good scouting, report that. They made aware that their defensive coordinator, Tyson Veit, made sure his players understood they were prepared for that Wildcat on 4th down.
Bearcats offense just went 5 plays, 12 yards in 2 minutes for that field goal. 7-point lead here. Baron Morton and Tech and Taj Brooks will keep it on the ground over the left side. Give him 4.
And so far, that defense has done a pretty good job on Brooks. That opening drive, he sort of ran at will, and since then, they've sort of put the clamps on him.
Brooks has got 11 carries here so far. 39 yards. This guy averages 126 a game. Empty set for Morton. Throws on the run, and that's caught by Caleb Douglas.
When you are the cornerback in that area of the field and you're playing the short zone, you have to know where the receivers are. And that time, he lost touch of where Douglas was outside of him, outside the numbers.
Morton so far, 10 of 12, 104 yards. He's going to keep it. Morton's loose. Brought down at nearly midfield. A 26-yard jaunt by Baron Morton.
Well, we talked about him being a better athlete than he's given credit for. He's not your typical zone read guy, but he did a terrific job of reading the crashing defensive end there and getting outside.
This is Taj Brooks getting the carry. And he's in Bearcat territory at the 45. Give him 6.
And the one thing about Taj Brooks, you don't want to tackle him if he's facing you. You want him at an angle because, I mean, his thighs are like tree trunks.
He had it again, and boy, he's blown up behind the line. Jake Golday was the first to meet him. 4-yard loss.
Bring up a 3rd down here. And again, you are probably talking about 2-down territory as we see Texas Tech comes back with another tight end. And this time it's Conyers who's back in the game.
Got to give the Bearcats time to shuffle their lineup, get their defensive players, personnel on the field. Jalen Conyers. Tech is 3 of 5 on 3rd down here in this game. Here's Morton throwing. That's complete to Aiken. Aiken's loose. Aiken's going for 6. And the Red Raiders looking to tie this thing up on 49-yard pitch and catch. Second touchdown of the game for Coy Aiken, the sophomore out of Stephenville, Texas. And the Red Raiders just went 85 yards.
Yeah, he got most of that on a crossing route, singled up against Arnold, the corner, and that crossing route is the hardest thing to cover when you're running across the field. And if you miss the tackle, the band starts to play.
Reese Burkhart for the extra point. Oh, Baron Morton, 11 of 13, 153 yards. Both of his touchdown passes have come to his safety blanket, his best friend, Coy Aiken. And he's completed now 9 in a row, and we're all tied up here in Lubbock.
1,000 miles of gravel, I've been walking with no shoes.
All tied up at 17 here in Lubbock. Red Raiders, Morton to Aiken. Oh, they're turned up here. They are turned up here at Jones AT&T. They kick things away. And the Bearcats will start from their own 25. This one's tied up at 17. 10:32 until the half. This is Manny Covey.
We haven't seen Kiner since, the opening drive.
Let's get an update on that. Let's go down the field. Here's Lauren.
Yeah, guys, Kiner went into the tent for a little while. He came out. He's been walking around here on the sidelines, grabbing his kind of chest, rib cage area, low rib cage area. He got on the bike for a little bit, but you can tell he's a little disappointed. Took some meds down here, just kind of been breathing, taking deep breaths in and out.
No helmet means he's unlikely to show up anytime soon.
Sorsby looks, swings it out to Covey. Ooh! And he's tripped up. 6-yard pickup.
That was Mr. Horn, the
Mo
corner.
Horn.
Yeah, he is the top corner.
Especially with Lux out.
Yep.
Mo Horn's probably the best cover corner right now.
Well, not a bad tackler either.
UC have not converted a third down yet in this game. Tight end Joe Royer in the slot at the bottom of your screen. Sorsby looks his way. Here's Royer. Right at the line of gain. Jacob Rodriguez with the tackle, but that should be enough.
Stretch out that 6'5" frame.
He's a big boy. He is a big boy in a matchup nightmare.
With huge hands, huge feet. I think they're short. Are they?
No,
they got it.
They got it.
They got
First down. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, and he is wrapped up. He may have lost about 3 or 4 of them. Braylon Carroll was the first to grab him.
Hey, Carroll was pretty much untouched. He slanted inside, got right past the center. Easy play. He used his quickness. He's a little winded right now, but used his quickness to get inside. No chance for the left guard. That was harder, number 77, was it, trying to make the block on him.
2nd and 14. Sorsby's going to take off. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming. They've converted just 1 thus far. Here's Coach Satterfield. He calls the plays for Cincinnati. 1 of 4, and let's see. Flags are flying. Are we offsides or full start?
Offside. Defense, number 88, jumping into the neutral zone, causing reaction from the offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Amir Washington got a little anxious.
Well, that cuts it down to about a 3rd and 5. You'll see him, Washington, right here, a little early. Texas Tech is in their 3rd down pass rush defense with number 11, Esther, now on the field.
See if Sorsby looks for Royer again. On the run, throws, he's got a man, and that's complete to Mays.
Wow.
Midfield, 11-yard pickup. They'll move the sticks. They're in Red Raider territory.
Just wow, that was one heck of a play by Sorsby. Rolling to his left, throwing back to pick up the 1st down.
Little tempo. Mays again to the outside, just for a couple.
I wonder if Sorsby is feeling a little bit more like he needs to take over because Kiner is not in the ball game and hasn't been able to get that since, the first or second drive, because he is on fire.
7 of 10, he's thrown for 118.
Yeah, they've moved away from the rushing attack, and they sort of put the offense on his arm.
Fakes it to Pryor, rolls right. And that one's complete to Tony Johnson.
Yeah, what a great play. He had a high, medium, low read rolling out to his right, so he could look deep for the deep ball. Didn't see it, came back down to the mid-range throw, and he's feeling everything right now. You see the deep crossing route coming over from Johnson, and that's his second read. He looked deep first, didn't like it, and dropped it right into Johnson.
Pryor, the setback behind Sorsby. He gets the call. Pryor cuts back. Flag. I think we may get a face mask, huh?
You think?
Macho Stevenson.
I think folks at the top of the stadium could call that one.
It was an 8-yard pickup. You tack on that personal foul.
And Stevenson, number 12, he's a redshirt freshman, getting a lot more playing time and getting a lot more attention from Cincinnati. We talked about Braylon Lux being out.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 9, half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
You say 9? I thought it was 12, Stevenson. Yeah, Baskerville's one. What did I do? It wasn't me.
Four possessions so far for Cincinnati. 3 scores, a couple of touchdowns, a field goal. This is their 5th. That's the 4th penalty for Texas Tech. 3 have come on their defense. From the 11, it's Pryor. Inside the 10. Brought down at the 8. 3-yard pickup.
Yeah, he's not your ideal inside running back there. He's less than 200 pounds. Quickness and speed really are his forte. And if you're Texas Tech defensively, you have to be thinking about making sure that you don't let 11 or number 8, Henderson, beat you down here. Man coverage is a problem if you do it across the board.
11th play of this drive. Sorsby's going to keep it. Cuts back. Sorsby brought down at the 1. To Braylon Carroll, brought him down. 7-yard pickup by the quarterback.
What a great block by the tight end, McCalmont, who got in front of him as a lead blocker and knocked the linebacker out of the way. Otherwise, Sorsby doesn't get close to the goal line. Now watch as McCalmont comes back across with a great block. Wow.
3 tight ends now for the Bearcats. Pryor, the lone setback. Full I formation. It's Pryor, right side, touchdown, Cincinnati. Third rushing touchdown of the season for Evan Pryor.
Yeah.
And the Bearcats retake the lead.
Go back to McCalmont. He gave a great block on the previous play. Run behind him again. Just a little bit of a pin and pull. He's the fullback here. Block down with the tackle, come out with the guard, and there's your tight end as the fullback. McCalmont leading the way for Pryor.
Extra point is good, and back and forth we go.
We got a little bit of a track meet.
Yeah, we do. The Natty up 7 on Texas Tech. 24-17 is our score. Texas Tech about to get the football. Let's go all access with their running back, Taj Brooks.
Y'all want to take everything in, man. The smell and all that. Another opportunity, man. Another opportunity to go get, to be great, man.
I always talk to my brother Charlie, man. Thank you for everything. Man, I know you support me from above. Keep me safe, keep me healthy. And all the glory to God. In His name I pray. Amen.
One of the leaders of this team, you see that medallion he wears, that's a picture of his brother who died 5 years ago from senseless gun violence. And says he plays for him. This is Dre McCray from his own end zone. Across the 20 and brought down at the 24-yard line. And talk about his brother who passed away 5 years ago. There's a good look at it that he wears every day.
Yeah, all the time. He can't wear it during the game, but he said other than that, it doesn't come off. And they need him to be a little bit more involved. He's got 41 yards rushing on 13 carries, a 3.2-yard average. A lot of the offense has been on the arm of Aaron Morton so far tonight.
Brooks has had 3 straight games of 100 or more. Another one tonight would be his fourth straight longest streak of his career. And he gets the carry now. He's got a first down. Taj Brooks across midfield. Taj Brooks run out of bounds in Bearcat territory. 35-yard jaunt by Taj Brooks, who now has 76 yards rushing.
Yeah, his patience, his vision, watch how he waits for this to develop, and the ability to change direction. It is unbelievable that a guy who's 230 pounds can do that.
And what did he just say, that all access? Another opportunity to be great.
Yep. And he's special, man. I tell you, watching him on tape, you can't help but be impressed.
We've had 9 possessions so far, 7 scores, just 1 punt and 1 turnover on downs. Morton looking, plenty of time, and that's incomplete. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
Rod, you hit it there about patience, right? Taj said he used to not be a patient guy. Freshman year, he'd hit the hole, let it open, see what came to him. But he worked with DeAndre Swift, who really showed him to be more patient. And he said, really, though, he's crafted his own style as he's continued to develop and grow.
Well, you know, Lauren, there just aren't a whole lot of men on the planet who are 230 pounds and can change direction and be patient like that and accelerate. He's really special.
That incompletion snapped 9 in a row by Morton. Under pressure, throws, and that one's caught by Aiken. Aiken makes a move, and he's brought down inside the 20. And the Red Raiders knocking on the door after a 22-yard pickup.
That doesn't happen without Brooks in his blitz pickup. He just leveled the blitzer to give his quarterback Morton time. Watch him in the middle of the screen. He sees the pressure coming after the fake, steps up, bam. That's all it took. That is a big hit on a big linebacker, Jared Bartlett, coming in there.
2 tight ends for Texas Tech. Here's Taj Brooks. And he gets a couple. Jack Dingle makes the stop for Texas Tech. And we have hit the 2-minute timeout. 7-point lead for the Bearcats. Red Raiders looking to score.
Hey, Brian, for the Twisted Tea halftime report.
And these guys are battling for top of the division. That one's complete to Dre McCray inside the 5. 12-yard pickup. Under 2 minutes until the half. Red Raiders trying to put 6 on the board.
Well, the Bearcats have done nothing with Morton. They can't get any pressure on him. Look how much time he has here. And then wide open, McCray. No defensive back in the picture. Way too soft on the coverage.
First 4 games of the season, Cincinnati had given up a total of 26 points. Tonight so far 17 as Brooks gets bottled up. Red Raiders still have a timeout left.
Timeout. Cincinnati.
We take this one.
Their first of the half.
We'll be back. It's the Bearcats up 7. Well, Texas Tech started this drive at their own 25. They've done 6 plays, 72 yards. Key play, Taj Brooks.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the 35-yard run here that really set things up. And then let's not forget the Coy Aiken 22-yard catch.
Yeah, the pass protection by Brooks, really next level. This has been his drive.
We go Wildcat, Jalen Conyers. Direct snap to him, Conyers will make it Brooks. Over that right side, and he got maybe 2, and they're going to mark him down at the 1 timeout.
You know, you're not terribly wrong there, because they will run the Wildcat with the tight end Conyers. Now, when he's in the backfield like that, you've got a 255-pound, 65-pound lead blocker for your 230-pound running back. So a lot of beef back there. And you see Brooks felt the hold to the right side for him and tried to get in there awfully close. This is his drive. He's got to get the ball again. Don't you think?
Absolutely. It has been the Brooks drive. 3rd and goal coming.
You know, Morton has been perfect on 3rd down. You know, 5 of 5 throwing, 87 yards. But I just don't believe that they'll throw it down here and let him back in charge. Brooks has been dominant this drive.
Coach Satterfield in his 2nd season at UC. Coach McGuire, 3rd season here in Lubbock. Here's Brooks. Brooks, right side, touchdown, Red Raiders. His 31st career rushing touchdown. He now ties Larry Isaac for 8th place here at Texas Tech all time.
Did you see him do his little celebration? What time is it?
Taj Brooks time.
Taj Brooks time. He got that from
Dame Lillard.
Dame.
Looks like we got an injured player down. And that looks like Dante Corleone, the Godfather, coming up limping. Needs a little help as he walks off.
Well, remember, I mean, this looks like a football-related injury to Corleone, but he basically missed fall camp. He was diagnosed with a blood clot, a couple of blood clots in June. And so he's barely getting back. You see the special teams play here, just checking to see if there was an advantage with an odd formation.
Gino Garcia for the extra point. And it's all square here at Tech. You called it the Taj Brooks drive, and that's exactly what it was, and he capped it off.
Yeah, it was for him to finish it off. And again, instead of running him inside, they let him have a little toss to the outside. He shows you his athleticism, hurdling. You know, he told us yesterday, he's more than just 230 pounds of muscle, and he's flexible. That's something that he really works on, and you know, he doesn't mind jumping over guys.
8 plays, 75 yards. They did it in 2 minutes. Taj Brooks got the 31st touchdown of his career. That's 8th all time. You take a look here. You talk about Brooks.
Yeah.
5 carries, went 41 yards on this current drive, and you can see what he's done here tonight.
Well, I mean, this is his style. He is a big, powerful back. You want to run him inside. He's kind of a one-cut guy. He can change to get outside, but almost every play for him, except for that toss, has been intended for him to start inside and then make a decision.
Reese Burkhart will be kicking things away. Logan Wilson back deep.
You know, tortillas are still flying. I bet Lauren has some more tortillas on her.
See what the Natty has done here tonight. couple of touchdowns, a punt, a field goal, and then another touchdown.
We've only had, what, one punt tonight, right?
Just one.
Just one. This is the kind of football game that you want to watch. If you don't like punting, this is your game.
And let's not forget, Cincinnati gets the football to begin the second half.
Well, they've got a $139. They got plenty of time to try to make something happen here.
Sorsby. Plenty of time. That's a quick one. Jamal Mays, excuse me.
Texas Tech playing a very soft, two deep look, two safeties deep, and the corners retreating on the outside.
Sorsby again steps up in the pocket, throws on the run. And they say incomplete.
Yeah, it was not inbound.
So third down coming for Cincy.
Yeah, it's basically a two deep, five underneath coverage, underneath zones.
2 for 5 on third down. Yeah, with those feet were, he made that catch, his feet were in the air, but he came down out of bounds. Two for 5 on third down. And flags come flying here.
Hey, did they talk the ref into that one?
False start. Offense. Number 74. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
They're gonna call that one on. That's the first penalty on Cincinnati, by the way. Philip Wilder. He's the transfer out of Southeast Missouri State.
But I think they talked them into it. I mean, watch the left side. Watch all the pointing. Hey, you had to see that. You saw it, right? And then the flag comes out. I think they talked them into that.
It's now 3rd and 11. See what Coach Satterfield's got up his sleeve. He calls the plays. Throw, slant, complete. First down, Xavier Henderson. Brought down at the 40. 17-yard pickup. Minute left here until the half.
Too tentative on the defensive end backfield. No awareness of the situation. That's just too wide open when you're playing that soft coverage.
And keep in mind, Coach Satterfield says, I'm confident that my kicker can boot one from about 55, 56 yards as he hits his tight end Royer, who goes out of bounds at the 45.
Well, you understand what they're doing defensively here. Tim DeRuiter, the defensive coordinator, doesn't want to give up the big, easy, cheap one, so he's keeping two safeties back and alternating between a 5 underneath zone coverage and man-to-man underneath with the two safeties deep. And right now, it doesn't seem to matter to Sorsby. He's picking them all apart.
Sorsby is a young man who has yet to throw an interception this season. 2nd and 6. And he throws over the middle to Royer, and that's complete. It's a first down, and they're in Red Raider territory.
And Sorsby is just really working the middle. There's a huge gap between the linebackers and the safeties, and he's working it.
He looks. He got Royer again, but incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind him. There, you put that one on their tight end, and woof.
Yeah, I don't think he felt he could throw inside because of the coverage. And he was trying to get his tight end, Royer, to lean outside. But again, you know, I was talking about that coverage. What's happened is the underneath zone guys have been so close to the line of scrimmage, there's been a huge gap between them and the deep safeties.
7th play of this drive. Manny McCovey. He swings it out to Covey. Speed guy. And he's brought down right at the line of gain. That's a first down.
And Sorsby is just on fire. He's making every right decision. He knows what coverage he's getting. He knows the weakness, and he is not wasting any time. He's been very decisive in making his choices.
He's now thrown 136 passes on the season. No interceptions.
You are determined to jinx him, aren't you?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
The way he takes care of the football. Swings it out to Covey. He gets hit, spins off, and bounces out of bounds at the 30.
Got to wrap him up. Can't keep trying to block people down. Got to wrap him up.
Two teams at 3-1. Two teams looking to go 2-0 in the conference. Right now, this would be about a 50-yarder.
Oh, they still have a timeout, and they probably need another 5-6 yards to be really confident with the field goal.
Sorsby throws. That's complete. 8-yard pick up to Royer. First down.
Yeah,
Clock's ticking. They still have one timeout left.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
He'll keep it and run with it. And runs out of bounds. 10 seconds left now. Do you take one shot to the end zone?
Yeah, you got a timeout in your back pocket. So you can take a shot to the end zone. You can even take that shot over the middle and stop the clock. So you don't have to rely on a fade route or a corner route right now. You can still run any play in your book, in your offensive passing game now, to try to get to the end zone.
11th play of the drive coming up.
I mean, from right here, you're looking at about a 40, 41-yard field goal. So I wouldn't be concerned about anything other than not having a sack if you're the Bearcats.
No win. Xavier Henderson's at the top of your screen. Royer in the slot at the bottom. He throws towards Henderson, too high. And I think the field goal unit will come on.
A smart play. He recognized he didn't have anyone open, knew the clock was ticking. He could hear the pass rushers coming and got rid of the ball.
So here's Nathan Hawks. Been perfect so far this season. This is from 42 yards out.
Ever had a team that alternated kickers?
And timeout, I think Tech. A little ice job.
Timeout, Texas Tech. Their final of the half. 30 seconds.
He has a long of 46 this season. Had a 46-yarder last week and a 55-yarder he made earlier this year as well.
That's second longest in basically in program history at UC, so he's got more than enough legs.
Plenty of legs.
And keep in mind, he made a 37-yarder, same direction here.
Well, he looked strong in warm-ups.
So this will be from 42. And the lead. Going into the half, UC will get the football to begin the second half. And he missed it. Went left. So we will head to the locker room, all tied up at 24. Texas Tech riding a 5-game home winning streak. Bearcats that close from going into the locker room, up 3. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
Coach Satterfield, back and forth ball game. What stands out to you about the first half?
Well, I think offensively we're moving the football. You know, we got some points on the board. We got to continue to do that. Defensively, not playing great. I think, you know, we got to find some turnovers in there along the way.
What's the key to slowing those guys down?
Yeah, I mean, we got to get pressure on the quarterback. I mean, he's been very efficient throwing the football. And then we got to tackle Barry in the secondary. You know, we've missed some tackles and they're giving up big plays.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Brian?
All tied up at 24. Bearcats will get the football to begin the second half. These two teams trying to remain unbeaten in the conference. Let's head to the studio. Here's Kevin Conn. ESPN College Football is presented by Geico. Brian Custer alongside Rod Gilmore. We got Lauren Sisler with us as well on the sideline. over 500 yards of total offense. Give me, what do you think has been the difference?
Well, not much. I mean, because both teams have had their way offensively. Too many big plays on defense, no pressure on the defense. My concern for Cincinnati in the second half, Corey Kiner, star running back, has not been a factor. Got hurt early on. We may not see him again. And they've only rushed for 46 yards. That is an issue for the Bearcats.
We begin the second half. Take a look at tonight's game track. It is brought to you by Outback Steakhouse. And you can see, look at what Sorsby and Morton done. I mean, basically similar numbers.
Well, both quarterbacks have been great. They are hearkening back to the glory days of the Big 12, where the quarterbacks were the story. They stole the spotlight from the two great running backs that we've had in the game. Kiner, I mentioned, out, and Brooks got started late. He is still in there for Texas Tech, and he will be a factor, but the absence of Kiner is a big issue.
So that means Evan Pryor will begin in the backfield from the pistol. Tony Johnson in motion. On the run, Sorsby cuts back, throws, that's complete to Pryor. And Pryor brought down at the 45, 17-yard pickup. Joseph Plunk makes the stop.
What a catch. What a catch by Pryor. I mean, he really had to extend for that one. Ball was high, makes the catch, and gets his offense rolling. Pryor's going to have to make plays out of the backfield, whether that is, catching the ball or running, because without Kiner, the pressure is on him now to deliver.
Here's Pryor again, and he brought down the fumble to football. Tech's got it.
Rolling on the field.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Recovered by Texas Tech.
He's going to recover that for Texas Tech as the Bearcats turn it over.
Well, early on, we talked about Kiner and how he has never fumbled during his college career. And now Pryor in for him, loses this ball, and it looks like he just got hit right on the forearm as he was going down.
Ben Roberts made the hit, came in tied for the team lead in tackles. So Tech from the Bearcat, 37. And look at Morton take off. He's inside the 20. In the red zone, 21-yard run by Baron Morton.
Don't sleep on his athletic ability. He has shown some running skills tonight. This is your read option. Your sprint option here, and speed option. He's supposed to pitch that ball if he thinks he can, but he does. He takes it himself, makes a big play out of it. Didn't see that coming.
Morton throws a dart. Incomplete. He was looking at Josh Kelly.
How does the Bearcat defense play it down here? How do you match up with Kelly? Kelly, again, was inside, had a chance there, but that ball was thrown too hot and too high. And remember, they have worked on that side of the field wherever Arnold, number 8, or Carroll, 21, has been lined up as corner. When they get Kelly on him, they go after him.
Here's the Wildcat, Brooks. Tries to get to that edge, run out of bounds. Tech has scored a touchdown on his last 3 possessions.
You're going to try and tackle him. It's better when he is heading toward the sideline. You're talking about a man who squats because 600 pounds. 600 pounds at 5'10", 230 pounds.
Tech is 5 for 7 here on third down. They've converted their last 4. Throwing, swings that one out to Kelly. Kelly, first down, inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds. The crazy thing is Cincinnati's defense came in at the second best red zone defense in the conference.
Yeah, well, they haven't seen a whole lot of Kelly out in space, and this is just too much room for a guy that quick and athletic, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
11-yard pickup. First and goal now from the Bearcat 2. Morton under pressure, just throws it up. That could have been intercepted.
I don't get it. You got a first down and goal from the 2. You got a 230-pound back. That's hard to tackle. You've got a bunch of tight ends that are great blockers. You're getting it a little too cute here.
Watch
now,
the Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather. This is, you know, like.
That's big boy coming at you, too.
Oh, man. He just gets in there in a hurry. Run away from him, but run the ball.
3 tight ends here for Tech. Brooks. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Second of the night for Taj Brooks. Listen, this game's not hard.
No. Sometimes you overthink it. Hey, I got an idea. They won't be expecting this. You know what? Line up and give it to your big back and get the score.
What do you say? Get a hat on a hat and give it to the big boy.
Move a guy from point A to point B against his will and get the touchdown.
Burkhart with the extra point. And the Red Raiders retake the lead, 31-24 off the fumble, the turnover. Taj Brooks, he's got 2 scores on the night, and the Red Raiders have a 7. This is the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. Evan Pryor fumble led to a Taj Brooks touchdown, his second of the night for Brooks. And all of a sudden, Texas Tech, their last 4 possessions, the result, 4 touchdowns.
A feel for the young man Pryor getting a chance to take over and fumbling the football.
This is Logan Wilson. And he runs into a wall right at the 18. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
Yeah, guys, talking to Coach McGuire, he was pretty pleased with the first half performance. Not happy about the 10 points off a turnover, although they dished it back out here in that opening drive, so I know he's pleased about that. But he said we got to do a better job of tackling, containing their quarterback. But right now he loves the confidence he's seeing from Barron. They got to get after it. I asked him what's up with the atmosphere and the tortillas. He said, hey, we're in Texas, baby.
What did we hear from the players yesterday? We were talking about a night game, and they were excited about the new black jerseys they were going to wear, and they said, you know what, it gets a little freaky in the stadium on a Saturday night.
Sorsby, plenty of time. He's got a man too, and that's complete to Mays. That's an 18-yard pickup.
Beautiful route. Deep route run over there to be a clear out and open up that side for them. And then you get your slot receiver coming back across. A clear out on that left side, running off the coverage, and then allowing Mays to come back underneath. Nicely designed.
2 tight ends, 5 wide. Bunch set at the top of your screen for the Bearcats. Sorsby's going to keep it. Design run.
Did you know Sorsby has some moves like that?
Hey, he's done it.
He's dealing tonight.
7-yard pickup.
His confidence has to be soaring because he's hitting everything.
He's a leading rusher.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other point I was going to make. It's not just his arm. He's doing it with his legs.
30 yards rushing, 223 through the air. Manny Covey in the backfield. 2nd down and 3. Throws, incomplete. That was to Xavier Henderson.
One of the few times his choice has been a little bit off.
Well, next Saturday's SEC on ABC matchup. It's Missouri and College Station to take on A&M. That's at noon, and then you'll see Georgia hosting Auburn.
I would not want to be Auburn facing Georgia after what Georgia has been dealing with Alabama tonight.
Yeah, they're down 30-15, so Georgia trying to do something. It's 50% is what the Bearcats have done on 3rd down here, 3 of 6. Sorsby looks like he's going to keep it. And he's going to run for a first down. He's in Texas Tech territory.
He does not mind contact. Toto said he likes to have a little hit before the game or first drive to get the nerves out. You know, most players like to get hit early. Not typically your quarterback, but he does not shy away from contact.
1st and 10 for the Bearcats. This is Covey. Ben Roberts hits him behind the backfield. That's a loss of 2.
And if you haven't followed Sorsby's career, you know, he was playing at Indiana, had started a few games there for them. And then when Tom Allen, the head coach, got fired, he immediately entered the transfer portal. Remember, Allen was the guy who gave him the only Power 5 offer he had coming out of high school, so he was loyal to him.
Made 7 starts there at Indiana. Throws over the middle. And Johnson, a couple of yards shy of the line to gain. That's an 8-yard pickup, though, for Cincinnati.
Sorsby's composure, poise under pressure, looking through his options, read 1, 2, and 3, and coming back. They're in great shape on this 3rd down and about 4. This is really 4-down territory.
Pryor is checked back in, looking to redeem himself from that last offensive series they had.
The noise is starting to pick up.
And he gets the call. Pryor, and he certainly redeems himself, cuts back. Pryor heading to 6, and he's brought down at the 5. That was Brendan Jordan.
Oh, man, good for him.
Makes the stop, a 36-yard pickup, but Evan Pryor, the transfer out of Ohio State, on his giddy-up.
Yeah, he's got great speed. Now, I might want to put that ball into the left hand so he doesn't get knocked out. But, you know, he made every correct move and cut. And good for him after that fumble to get back in there and have something positive happen and set up his team.
You said at good speed. Look, he ran the 100 in 10.8.
Yeah, he did.
He's got track speed.
Yeah, he does.
Covey, Manny Covey has come in to spell him. Sorsby, plenty of time. Spins off another guy and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, he's taking way too many big hits, though. I mean, that was Cofield, 51, who got him that time. And you don't want your quarterback, particularly a guy, you know, who likes to be the tough guy and doesn't know when to surrender and slide. You don't want him taking that many hits. He's taking some big hits out there.
They're going to say it's a loss of 1, so that'll be the first sack. Victor Dawson has come in. I told him Pryor has gone into the tent. Here's Dawson. Up the middle. It'll be 3rd and goal for Cincy.
You know, that's not easy. That is the first action Dawson has seen tonight.
Here's Pryor.
So your starting running back, Kiner, your backup Pryor is out, and Dawson comes in for his first action after being cold the entire night and has a nice little run down here. 3rd down and goal.
And see what the running backs have done here tonight. So let's see if he goes to the air. 5 of 8 on 3rd down. They've converted their last 5. This is generally the area where they like to go to Joe Royer, the tight end.
He is on the
Henderson.
end of line of scrimmage at the top of the screen.
Sorsby under pressure, throws incomplete. Tech put that pressure on him. He was looking at Tony Johnson.
Yeah, but Marion Horn, number 4, was over there. And you're right, the pressure made a difference. Neither team had been good about getting pressure on the quarterback, affecting the quarterback. This time, after having a good pocket collapse, they got a little pressure, and Horn was all over Tony Johnson, the receiver to that side.
So here's Nathan Hawks. This will be from 26 yards out. 1 of 2. Remember, he missed that 37-yarder in the first half. Kick is good. Lead is 4. We're in the third quarter here in Lubbock. That's true story. That's true story. We called that national championship game. Dickie said, as soon as you introduce yourself and me, that's the last thing you say in this broadcast. I'm going to talk the whole game.
But I am so glad you got to do that. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That is a tremendous event.
And great that he got the humanitarian award. He's battling 4 cancers, and he's in great spirits. He's such a fighter.
He is
at 85.
unbelievable. You know, fighting not only for himself, but for
so many kids.
Every kid out there dealing with cancer. He's remarkable.
Millions and millions of dollars he's raised. Love you, Dick.
Yep, absolutely.
Got a good one here, 31-27. Texas Tech, 6 possessions, 4 touchdowns, a field goal, had 1 turnover on downs. And they've rolled up over 330 yards of total offense. They go with 2 tight ends here. They'll hand it off to Taj Brooks. Brooks gets about 5 here on that carry. And listen, when he's got 20 or more carries, Texas Tech is 8-2. Right now, 21 carries, 93 yards.
Well, he's a workhorse. They'll give it to him 40 times if they have to. And, you know, one of the other things I like about him, he is incredibly confident. And I think you have to be that way if you are going to be, you know, the workhorse for a team.
That bell cow gets it again.
We asked him yesterday if he was the best running back in college football. Absolutely. Love that. You know, there isn't anything he can't do. And he's a great pass protector. We've seen that. He can run inside. He can run. He makes people miss. He breaks tackles. He can catch the ball. They've not used him in that capacity tonight.
3rd and 3. Tech is 6 of 8 on 3rd down. They go with the Wildcat again. This is Conyers. Conyers got a 1st down and a whole lot more.
265 pounds as a tight end playing quarterback, and he played quarterback in high school. And also his first year, I think in college, he was trying to play quarterback. Transfer from Arizona State.
And this is the good thing, I think, if you're Tech. You got a running game like this in a lead. Now you can try to control the game with that running game. Here's Morton. He's going to go deep. He's looking for Caleb Douglas. And back there with him is Jordan Young, the transfer out of Florida. He's the best cover corner in that secondary right now for the Bearcats. You saw why.
Yeah, and he was in great position, but you can't fault Morton. He gave his receiver, Douglas, a chance. Put it up there and let him use his size at 6'4" to go make a play. But Young never gave up on the play. Good recovery and good contest.
Here's Brooks again. Oh, look at that cutback.
I'm telling you. I am telling you. I am not exaggerating when I talk about a man this size with footwork like that, changing direction, the jump cut,
the shake
the
right
shake.
there.
Are you kidding me? And this is a guy, like I said, 600 squat, 385 bench press, at 5'10", 230 pounds. He's a problem.
4th straight game with 100 yards. Longest streak of his career. That one, quick strike and complete. Josh Kelly with the catch. 10-yard gain. They move those sticks.
They are humming right now on offense.
Back to Taj Brooks. He's now has 16 career 100-yard games. That ties Bam Morris 3rd most in Texas Tech history.
Oh, he's probably going to get the records at Texas Tech. I think he needed just a little bit more than 1,000 coming into the season to become their all-time leading rusher. He'll probably get that. Stays healthy.
2 tight ends. Brooks gets the carry. Hard fought 2.
It's a counter play. They like to get him off tackle with most of his runs. You don't see them very often toss it to him or try to get him to the sideline, to the edge. He is a downhill runner, who's a guy who can make the cutback. And you see, he can make all kinds of moves. He can run in traffic. Powerful.
This is the 8th play coming up for Texas Tech on this drive. Morton flushed, throws it away. And again, Dante Corleone, the Godfather they call him, applying the pressure. Hey, the WNBA playoffs, they roll on tomorrow. Pair game, ones in the best of 5 semis. You got the Liberty, who look like the best team in the league right now, hosting the Aces, the defending back-to-back champion. That's at 3 Eastern ABC. At 8 Eastern on ESPN, you got the Sun taking on the Lynx. WNBA countdown, it tips off our coverage at 2:30 on ABC, 8 Eastern on ESPN. Eight to 10 on 3rd down. That one's complete. Josh Kelly, and he's brought down inside the 20. 18-yard pickup.
Only because of the hustle of Jake Golday. You know, he ran that down from behind. You know, man coverage was beaten, and Golday just hustled to keep that from becoming a touchdown.
One of the fastest players on the team for UC, by the way. That's Golday.
240 pounds. He can run.
Tech still in that 2 tight end set. Incomplete. He was looking at Coy Aiken. They were going for the hat trick.
Yeah, the run pass option. You know, and ideally, this defense is supposed to take away that run pass option because of that middle safety with 3 safeties. But when you go to multiple tight ends, that safety comes up, and now that space is open.
I mean, he had that right in the bread basket.
Yep, wide open there.
11th play of the drive. 2nd and 10 from the 20. It's Brooks. Flag comes flying, and Brooks brought down at the line of scrimmage. Simeon Coleman makes the stop.
And that is not the best way to use Brooks.
Holding, offense, number 9, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
If I'm playing defense and I see Brooks running laterally, I get excited because he's easier to tackle that way, and that's not the ideal way for him. But you've got to hold on this play anyway. Watch it right here. That is the tight end on that side.
Yeah, John Carlos Miller.
Yep, number 9. And they've got 3 tight ends that they really, really like, and they expect all 3 of them will play in the NFL one day.
So they're back at the 30. And it's Brooks again. He's brought down at the 25. 3rd down coming. 90 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Tech riding a 5-game home winning streak, 13-3. They are under head coach Joey McGuire since he's taken over. And I got some jump on the offensive line. Throws incomplete. Ooh, what a lick Coy Aiken took.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
And he's still down.
Yes, indeed.
That was Josh Minkins who laid the wood to Aiken.
Well, and in Minkins' defense, that ball looked catchable, and he had no idea where they were on the field.
Offside, defense, number 99, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They got Rob Jackson for the offsides. Let's take another look at that hit.
Yeah, Minkin doesn't know where the ball is.
Hit him with the shoulder.
Yeah. Didn't know whether they were quite inbounds or not. The crowd here is reacting, and they want a targeting call.
Yeah.
But remember,
nothing there.
No, he's a defenseless player, but there was no forcible contact up around the head and neck area.
Morton flush to Dickey. And he drops it. And how about the big man, Dante Corleone? He commands the double team, and you have to.
Never, ever, ever, ever go against the family.
Look at, that bull rush.
He's powerful, man.
So Reese Burkhardt in. This is from 38 yards out. He's already 1 for 1. He made that 45-yarder.
This is 38.
Plenty of legs, plenty of legs. And the lead is back to 7. Under a minute to play here in the third. Back deep. Talk about those tortillas that have been flying around. That's a big one there. To the studio. Here's my guy, Kevin Connors. Back and forth we go here, Kevin. Brian Custer, Rod Gilmore, and the author, Owen Sisler. His book comes out this week with us on the sideline. That's Manny Covey. Evan Pryor is out. Remember, he had that run of about 30 yards and then went out. Corey Kiner has been out since the first half, basically the first quarter.
Well, and the entire offense has now really been about Sorsby. You know, his legs and his arm.
Redshirt freshman out of Florida is in the backfield. Sorsby's going to throw and overshoots Xavier Henderson.
Well, it's a good thing. That's a hard throw to make. He had the corner underneath and the safety, Baskerville, over the top. That's a difficult throw. And now you've got a third down, as you see, that's Pryor on the sideline. They really, really are hurting in the rushing attack.
This could be the last play of this quarter. Cincinnati's 5 of 9 on third down.
They need their playmakers, Henderson and Royer.
Sorsby throws. That's complete to the outside, but short of the line to gain. Tony Johnson couldn't get it. Coming up and making the stop is C.J. Baskerville.
They're going to talk about this one at the quarter break.
So we've played 3 here in Lubbock. Just the second ever meeting between Cincinnati and Texas Tech. The winner remains unbeaten in the conference. Fourth quarter when we come back.
Well, Coach, we've been back and forth. We got 1 quarter to go. What do you guys need to do to get it done?
Yeah, we've got to make them continue drive the ball and tackle. You know, we gave up a 36-yard run, you know, in that third quarter that let them kick the field goal. Proud of both groups, though, because we came back with the answer right there. But we need to get a stop right here and get the offense back out, see if we can't put some more points on the board.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Big fourth down here. 4th and 2. Throwing. Royer puts his head down, and he's got a first down for the Bearcats, who are perfect on the season when it comes to converting 4th down.
That was so risky.
Gutsy.
Yeah.
That's a gutsy call
and risky
by Scott Satterfield.
Yeah, you don't get that one. You're handing another scoring opportunity to Texas Tech, but he goes to his big tight end, Joe Royer, and Royer picks it up. Man.
Jamoy Mays gave him a block on the outside. They've lost 2 running backs, the Bearcats. That one incomplete.
He was trying to find some way to recreate a little bit of a rushing attack. That was Mays, and just a little bit of a kind of a swing pass to get him the ball and see if they could get out of the box and get something going. Now you got another passing situation. This is tough without Kiner, without Pryor. It's hard to run the ball.
Sorsby through the air, steps up. He's going to keep it. And he's about a yard short. Baskerville and Roberts make the stop.
Yeah, he is carrying it all on his shoulders right now. He had a choice. He had a possibility of making a throw, but he had decided, no, I'm going to run and try and get this in. Another third down. and he may be the best option running it. But, man, he is taking some hits tonight.
5 of 10 on third down. They're looking at 3rd and 1. Sorsby, 9 carries, 41 yards. They go with 3 tight ends. Victor Dawson has come into the backfield. Sorsby's going to keep it. And it is all on the quarterback right now. The man who is yet to throw an interception all season long. He's lost his top 2 running backs, and he's trying to do it himself.
Look, and these aren't soft runs. I mean, these are power runs. He is lowering his shoulder, picking up tough yardage because they have no other rushing attack right now. They've lost 2 running backs. So everything depends on what he can do. He's got to be tired. He's got to be physically a little beat up.
Redshirt sophomore out of Denton, Texas. 8th play of this drive. Thrown. And there's his first interception of the season, A.J. McCarty. And it's a party. Touchdown, Red Raiders. 50 yards, a pick 6, his first touchdown of the season. Here comes the extra point. Gino Garcia. It's good.
Trying to do too much. All on his shoulders. Sorsby tried to do too much there. Under pressure. Nothing but black shirts around the receiver he was trying to get to, who was Mays, I believe. No shot at it. Under duress, Roberts in on him. 3 black shirts around his receiver. 14 points off turnovers for Cincy.
41-27 is our score here, thanks to A.J. McCarty, the redshirt junior, the transfer out of Baylor. His first interception of the season, 51 yards, that pick 6.
The difference in this game, points off turnovers, the fumble by Pryor and the pick 6 thrown by Sorsby.
He has thrown, talking about Sorsby, 149 passes on the season. That was his first interception.
You know, his family's going to blame you. You know that's coming.
I didn't throw it. I didn't throw it.
The announcer jinx.
Texas Tech has outscored Cincinnati, partner, 17-3 here in this second half. Remember, we were tied up at 24 at the half.
Yeah, and again, the difference, the fumble and the pick 6.
And the pick 6.
Yeah. And in both cases, really just doing a little bit too much.
Covey. Ben Roberts with the stop.
Well, we talked about this at halftime. When you lose somebody like Corey Kiner, I mean, that is the anchor of your offense and the confidence of your offense. And they lost him. Now they were reaching and grabbing for ways to make things happen, and they didn't have their security blanket to go back to him. And second half, what happened? Well, you get a fumble, you get a pick 6, others trying to do too much in place of Kiner being out.
And guys like Pryor being hurt as well. We got an injured Red Raider on the field right now. And it looks to be Brendan Jordan, a sophomore out of Mansfield, Texas.
Kiner only had 3 carries tonight.
So we take a look at this week's college football rankings. They are brought to you by Prudential.
Well, there's going to be some movement in those rankings at top 10. Most prominently, if things stay as they have been in Alabama, Georgia's going to fall. At number 2 for Georgia won't last.
How about Kentucky knocking off Ole Miss? First time they had gotten that kind of a win on the road against a top 10 opponent since 78.
Well, let's see what happens because, we have a lot of SEC and Big Ten teams in the top 10. And usually a team that loses this early in the top 10 falls out of the top 10. Let's see if the Rebels fall out, how far Georgia will fall.
They're going to set up the screen to Covey. He's a speed guy. And Covey's loose. And Covey's taking this one to the house. He's going to go 71 yards. And just like that, the Bearcats are back in it. The redshirt freshman out of Florida showing you that speed. And that is his first touchdown of the season in his career as a Bearcat.
That is a huge play. And the thing that you love about that run, no hesitation. He was decisive. He wasn't worried about trying to juke a defender. It was like, I am going to use my best asset, and that's my speed. Just watch the way he takes off. No hesitation. I do not care. You got to come catch me because I am not juking you. I'm not slowing down.
Third string running back, the redshirt freshman, 71 yards. And the Bearcats now down just 7, and we got 12 minutes to play here in Lubbock, Texas. 2 plays, 75 yards, took them just 35 seconds. 7-point lead here in Lubbock. Minutes to play. Cincinnati, Texas Tech, or the Mahomes-Kelsey Bowl, is what some have referred to it. Patrick Mahomes, big Texas Tech alum, teammate Travis Kelce.
I think
Cincinnati alum.
I think they both are a little bit nervous about the wager they have on this game. It is up in the air right now.
7-point lead for Tech. Thanks to the freshman right there, Manny Covey.
Talk about your next man up, the youngster from Stark, Florida, which is about 45 minutes away from Jacksonville. Bradford High School. The pride of Bradford High School.
To the studio and an update. Here's Kevin Connors.
Could have done without that update. Tough road trip for the Stanford Cardinal. Tough time getting there to Clemson.
Here's Brooks around that right corner.
Well, this is Brooks' time, right? He calls himself the man, and Brooks' time when he scores a touchdown. Fourth quarter, you're the main man, and you got to eat some clock and protect a one-possession lead. He's your guy.
Two tight ends again. And again, it's Brooks. And again, it's the right side. And he dives for a first down. Josh Minkins grabs his legs.
Yards after contact. He was #1 in the country last season with yards after contact. And you can see why. You just don't find people who stop him, tackle him dead in his tracks.
He just passed Bam Morris, 4th place now on Texas Tech's all-time rushing list. Through the air. Morton throwing. That's complete. That's Kelly. And Kelly pulled down at the 35 of Cincinnati.
Morton's escapability, buying time for Kelce to get open again in that slot, working against the safety behind linebackers, and the soft hands to just pluck the ball out of the air. Morton buying time, stepping up in the pocket away from the pressure. Just great composure.
That's Morton's 5th completion tonight of 20 or more yards through the air.
He can sling it.
28-yard pickup there. 1st and 10. Again is Brooks. Talk about the patience. Gets to the outside. Oh, my. How about the vision and the patience?
You're so right. I mean, the patience to let the blocks develop, but then it's also the one step to acceleration. And it's remarkable because, he's such a big back, but it doesn't take him time to get up to speed. Stutter step, see it, hit it.
133 yards rushing, 4th straight game of 100 or more. Ties his longest streak that he's had in his career. came into the game averaging 126 yards a game. That's 6th best in the country.
Yeah.
You just keep running it. And he's inside the 10. John Carlos Miller
had a chance to
with
lead
a good block
after last season for the NFL. Didn't like the draft grade he got, 4th, 5th round. Came back to improve his draft grade, to set some records, and to try and lead this team to a Big 12 championship.
19-yard pickup. He's now got a $150 rushing. 2 tight ends here.
The previous play is under review to see the runner stepped out of bounds.
We'll take another look to see where Taj Brooks stepped out of bounds.
You know, it's been a minute since we've seen a crowd, more than just the student section, that was yelling and cheering and also dancing the night away. You see that right foot.
About the 6?
Yep, 6-yard line. They'll have to move that ball back. It's marked at the 2 right now. It's a good catch by the replay officials. Black shoe, white out of bounds. A little divot.
Right now, Tech is at their season average. They came into this game averaging 41 points per game. That's 18th in the country. They've
After
already put up
review,
41.
the runner stepped out of bounds with the ball at the 5-yard line. He'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeah, good. It's where the ball is, not where his foot is. And he stepped out at the 6, but the ball was marked at the 5-yard line. You can see where the ball is ahead of where his foot is. So it's the right placement by the officials.
First and goal. Brooks has already got 2 running touchdowns. Now 149 yards rushing. Keeping it is Morton, and he's brought down. Good stop. Trayvon Gola-Kyler.
He did a really nice job sifting through, finding the quarterback and making the tackle. Strong safety, 6'1", 190 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Loss of 1. Under 9 minutes left in this game now.
I am surprised that they ran him. You know, you've got Brooks and you've got, you know, Conyers, your big tight end you've used in the Wildcat. You can run either one of those guys instead of your quarterback.
Ball fake. Throwing to the end zone and out of the end zone.
Yeah,
He'll throw it away.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what I mean? Hey, if you've got those big guys that you've used already tonight in Wildcat, and they've been successful, there's no reason to run Morton down here. Go ahead and put your 265-pound tight end / quarterback Wildcat guy in there, or Brooks.
See if they do it here.
No.
3 tight ends have come in. This is the 8th play of this drive coming up.
Yeah, I don't think that they will run it from here, but they've got the tight ends who can get lost and get open in the end zone here.
3rd and goal. Pitch it to McCray. Tried to get to that outside, nothing doing. And that is Jake Golday.
He's made some plays tonight, some real hustle plays, and shown his speed. He was not going to be outrun by McCray. I still think that was a little bit of a wasted series there, the way they went at it down there.
Is that because no Taj Brooks touched it as soon as they got down there? Well, when we talk about 1st and goal?
Taj Brooks, and also we've seen them also use Conyers. And since he had trouble with those packages, so I think the big mistake was running the quarterback on 2nd down.
It's a 27-yard attempt here by Gino Garcia. And it's good.
It's a huge stop for Cincy.
2-score lead, though.
Yeah, but 10 is better than 14.
Good point. 7:50 to play. It's Tech with a 10-point lead. When we come back, got an update for you. Field goal. Here's Logan Wilson. That's it. He got a touchback. Under 8 minutes left in this one. And here comes Sorsby.
Got to be smart. Can't waste time. You are running out of possessions. You probably have 2, maybe 3 possessions if things go your way. You cannot waste time. You got to get in and out of the huddle, get back to the line of scrimmage after a play. They got to treat it like a 2-minute offense right now.
Took them 30 seconds to score in their last possession thanks to Manny Covey, the redshirt freshman. He's in the backfield now and gets the call. He's across the 30, 6-yard pickup. Jacob Rodriguez makes the stop.
Well, and if they get the opportunity, they should come back to the slip screen to him out of the backfield and see if Tech can handle it any better.
Again, plenty of time. That's to the outside to Xavier Henderson. That's enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup.
You want to hurry, but don't rush. I'm not sure that there's a sense of urgency for Cincy right now. Huddling up, pretty deliberate.
From their own 35. Over the middle and caught. Going high is Xavier Henderson again. And the X-Men making it. A good catch. C.J. Baskerville makes the stop.
He is 6'3", and he's got hops, so you can throw the ball high to him. The risk is that if you get a tip ball, you could lose it.
On the ground to Covey. Three-yard pickup.
Texas Tech defensively is trying to ensure they don't get caught in single coverage and give up a cheap TD. They're getting a little bit afraid after you give up a 71-yard catch and run. You don't want to be in that position again.
6 minutes left in this one. Bearcats have got 3 timeouts. Got the 2-minute timeout as well.
Keep the ball in front defensively. 2 safeties playing deep.
Looking, throwing, intercepted. Oh, and dropped. Jordan Sanford had it and dropped it.
Yeah, couldn't complete the process with it, but he was one of the 2 safeties laying back, just reading the eyes of Sorsby. He's in the perfect spot, takes a hit, a really good hit by Mays, and that kind of helped jar the ball loose.
3rd down. Bearcats 6 of 11 on 3rd down. From the Tech 44. Sorsby to the outside to Johnson. Breaks a tackle down the sideline. And finally brought down.
Terrific move.
18-yard pickup.
That stop and start. Terrific move to pick up the first down. 5 minutes and 40-plus seconds. Still very deliberate. I'd like to see them move with a little bit more sense of urgency.
From the Tech 25, Victor Dawson is checked into the backfield. Royer in motion. Sorsby throwing. Royer caught. Run out of bounds at the 15.
That's composure. No panic at all by Sorsby. Knew he was going to get hit, under pressure. Knew that he had his big guy Royer out there. And as we talked about, big receiver, great radius for catching balls. You don't have to be perfect to him. He'll reach out and grab it.
Sorsby, 362, 3 touchdowns. He's got the first interception of the season for him. 8th play of the drive. The run pass option to Xavier Henderson. And he's brought down at the 5.
Well, Texas Tech has handled this the way they wanted. Bend but don't break. Don't give up a big, quick, easy touchdown. Bleed some clock. And they've done that. They've forced them to take over 3 minutes off the clock here on this drive.
They're going to mark it there about the 5.5. 3 tight ends here for Cincinnati. They're going to say second down. Keeping it, Sorsby. Brought down inside the 5. That'll be enough for the first.
How much do they miss Kiner? So much. So much. Everything Sorsby has to do. He's the primary runner, and he's obviously the guy who's been delivering the big plays with his arm.
51 yards on the ground, Sorsby has. He's the leading rusher. 371 through the air. First and goal from the Tech 3-yard line. Covey, the freshman, in the backfield. Sorsby's going to throw it to Covey. He catches it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
How about Covey, next man up? Third on the depth chart. Steps in and makes play after play. A 71-yard catch and run, and now his second touchdown of the night. And he's only played in this 4th quarter. Out of the backfield, complete miss by the defense. Isaac Smith saw Covey go right by him. He was thinking, I need to look at the quarterback. And Covey went right by him.
Extra point. Good. Lead is 3. 3:24 to play. Let's get a studio update. Kevin Connors, what you got?
Brian, Alabama led Georgia 28-0. The Dogs took a 34-33 lead, and then on the next play, Jalen Milroe to Ryan Williams.
And the corner there had no idea where the ball was. That really could have been picked off, should have been picked off. Instead, Alabama retakes the lead.
75 yards. Brian, it's Hagler Hearns in Tuscaloosa.
The reports of Georgia's demise, a little premature.
Yeah. What was that, like 9 minutes of pure excitement, that fight? And that's what you got there in Tuscaloosa.
Cincinnati number 10
and we got it
is
here
now
in Lubbock.
number 55.
Yeah, this last 3:24, Cincinnati took a lot of time to get that score. So we were talking about how many more possessions that they might get. Probably one more if they can get a stop.
10 plays, 75 yards, 426. 2-yard touchdown catch by Covey. As they look to set up here, looks like for the onside kick.
I wouldn't do that here.
They're
They
going to
will.
do it. And the whistle blows. They get a timeout from Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you do the onside kick here. You've got 3 timeouts. You got,
2-minute timeout.
Yeah, and 3:23 to go.
Texas Tech.
I unless you really believe deep down in your heart your defense is not going to get a stop and you won't see the ball again. If that's what you believe, then okay. But not showing any confidence in your defense to give you one more shot, I mean, that's something that might linger for the season.
The irony is this was the Cincinnati defense that just shut out Houston last week. Now,
yeah.
I know some people can say, okay, well, Houston's at the bottom of the conference, but still you shut them out.
I hear you.
Texas Tech, so far today, 8 possessions, 4 have resulted in touchdowns, 3 in field goals, and then that 1 turnover on downs where your defense came up big.
Yep. And listen, here's the other thing. If you kick it off, you know Texas Tech is going to give the ball to Brooks. I mean, you have to give it to him. You're trying to bleed clock. He's your guy. You want to force the issue for Cincy.
Those are the drives I just referred to. Let's see what Nathan Hawks does here. High in the air. Tries to find a little gap. Good catch. Red Raiders will have it. Caleb Douglas was the one who came up with it.
Now, first down is the critical down for the Bearcats defense. 3 yards or less. And I know they don't like to blitz an awful lot, but this would be the time to come with your run blitz and give the Godfather a little bit of help inside. Don't leave it all on him to clog up everything. Bring some linebackers, stuff the running lanes. You know it's not likely to be an outside perimeter run.
Corleone and Phillips are the guys who need to come up big here if you're Cincinnati. And this is the guy who has to come up big for Tech. Wow. And he just came up big. Look at Taj Brooks.
Wow.
25-yard run by Taj Brooks, who's now got 174 on the ground.
When you are the man and you believe you're the best running back in college football, you want that football so you can make plays like this. But how about the work up front by that offensive line? Sheridan Wilson, the center, 72, and Carter, the right guard, 56. Tremendous job. Great push, sealing off left and right. Oh, my goodness, that was a nice hold.
First and 10 now for the Red Raiders from the Bearcats, 45. And it's Brooks again. Let's see if Cincinnati calls the timeout here. Well, kick off your Week 4 NFL Sunday with the NFL Countdown crew. Before Sam Darnold leads those Vikings against the Pack. We'll look at how the 2018 draft is shaping the league. By the way, there are reports there, but it looks like Love may play for the Packers. Plus, all the latest news from Adam Schefter. You got Moss, Sunday NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN and the app. And we got 2 Monday Night Football games for you. You got the Titans and the Dolphins at 7:15 on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the Seahawks square off against those Lions. That's on 8 Eastern on ABC.
I can tell I won't be bothering you Monday night.
Right. I'll be in. I'll be watching. Flipping back and forth.
I'll let you watch in peace.
We'll talk about our next weekend matchup a little bit later in the week.
Yeah.
Here's Brooks, tried to get to the outside, and he's smothered up. Simeon Coleman with the stop the freshman. And they'll call another timeout.
And then they'll get the benefit of that 2-minute timeout and can save one for the offense should they get the ball back.
Texas Tech trying to hold on to this 3-point lead. If they can hold on and become victorious, they would be 2-0 in the conference. Up at top of the conference with BYU, Colorado, who also got wins. But for Tech, believe it or not, they have not started 2-0 in conference play since 2013.
Wow.
That was Cliff Kingsbury's first season here in Lubbock as head coach. They went 4-0 at that time.
Wow, amazing. 9 of 13 on third down for Texas Tech. And this is the biggest of the night.
Brooks is just 10 yards off his career high of 182. Swing it out to Josh Kelly. And there is Jake Golday.
Man, has he had a second half. He's been involved in so many big defensive plays for the Bearcats.
He's the transfer out of Central Arkansas, and one of the things the Bearcats told us, the best has not yet to come from this young man. That's how good they believe he's going to be. You see the stop. 4th down coming for Tech. Critical 4th down here for Texas Tech. Their first punt of the night in 9 possessions. Jack Burgess punting things away. Fair catch called for and made at the 10. 37-yard punt. And let's talk about the difference in this game, partner.
It's all about turnovers and points off turnover. Third quarter, Pryor puts it on the turf. Texas Tech picks it up, responds with a touchdown, and then a little bit later, Sorsby trying to do a bit too much, a pick six, 51 yards by A.J. McCarty, and that has been the big difference in this ball game.
Cincinnati will have to go, you look at this, was it 90 yards?
And a $1.53.
$1.53. They've got one timeout. Sorsby, nothing doing to Xavier Henderson.
How about Tim DeRuyter, the defensive coordinator, being aggressive and saying, no, we're not going to rush 3 and drop 8. We're going to come after you. We got you backed up. We're going to make it tough on you and burn clock and try to get a tackle for loss, and now it's a 2nd down and long.
And I think that Xavier Henderson, who's down for Cincinnati. You've already lost your top 2 running backs. You don't want to lose your number 1 receiver.
No, not at all.
Sorsby in this quarter alone, 4th quarter, 9 of 12, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Here's the hit. Just a tough tackle. Nothing illegal about it. Now, because of this clock stoppage for one of the players for the Bearcats, is there a 10-second runoff? There might be. I don't know. I don't see any officials talking to the coaches to indicate so. Probably not.
Under 2 minutes, we had an injured player. By rule, that affects a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 1:26, and the game clock will start on my ready. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gravon Barrett.
Yep, there it is.
There's the 10-second runoff. So now 1:26, 1 timeout. They got to go 91 yards. Sorsby. Over the middle, he's got Royer. The tight end breaks the tackle and brought down at the 39. 30-yard pickup for Cincinnati.
Well, one thing you don't want to do defensively is give the star players, particularly a tight end, a free release to run down the field. Somebody should be over him and putting hands on him.
He'll keep it. It's Sorsby. Slides. He was looking for a call. And here it comes late.
He's not wrong. He slid and gave himself up, and at that point, defenders should not even attempt to tackle him.
Especially leading with your head.
They were discussing it. But once the quarterback starts his slide, you're supposed to just completely lay off. And I think it helped his cause that he got up complaining about it, drawing attention to it. Here's the slide. Now it's a late slide. But still, he gave himself up.
That's C.J. Baskerville. You see, he came the one leading with the head.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 9, 15-yard penalty. That play is under review.
And so, as you point out, giving yourself up, I think the reason why they're leading with the crown of your helmet.
Right. It's not, well, this is an interesting question for the officials to look at because he gave himself up,
right,
which should make him defenseless. But the other rule, leading with the crown. So let's see how they handle this in the replay booth. And I couldn't tell from my angle if there was forcible contact to the head. There's Baskerville. Yeah, it looks like there was, with his right shoulder, there was contact to the head neck area. Yeah.
Head neck area contact. But as the quarterback's going to say is, I'm giving myself up.
Well, yeah, and again, even
after review, there is no targeting on the play.
So no targeting?
No targeting, but personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Are they enforcing that or just no targeting? And I think that's what Satterfield is asking about.
You see him, he said, my quarterback was giving himself up.
Exactly. And he's saying, even if it's not targeting, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. It's a late hit. And he's got a fair argument.
So it will be 2nd and 9.
Wow. We have not only had great games this weekend, but some controversy at the ending of games.
And you can see Sorsby still arguing his point with the officials.
And they must have just concluded that he slid too late to be considered giving himself up.
Now he's going to have to go over and explain it to Coach Satterfield.
So I get how they get to no targeting because, one, the rule, crown of the helmet, wasn't that.
Right.
And then, two, if they determined that he was still, a ball carrier and not defenseless and not, having given himself up, then there's no targeting. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a late hit or a personal foul for unnecessary roughness.
By rule, the targeting penalty was taken off and changed to no foul. So it affects a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 48 seconds, and it will start on my ready.
That's a total of 20 seconds. Cincinnati has lost off the clock on this really crucial drive.
Nathan Hawks, their kicker, has a career long of 55. Since he needs 25 more yards. Sorsby under pressure, throws and caught. Jamoy Mays makes the catch. He's in Texas Tech territory. It's a 19-yard pickup.
They still have a timeout, and they have plenty of time. But the way he bought time, extended that play, and for his receiver to come across the field, Mays, and make that catch, that's a phenomenal play. Just phenomenal.
From the Texas Tech, 43. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati. They keep it on the ground. Covey. Brought down at the 39. 5-yard pickup. And they're around in that wheelhouse there for Nathan Hawks. They call a timeout.
I think they would like to be inside the 35 for that field goal to have some comfort that they could nail that one. Now, this is the one thing I don't get. You run that play inside, if you don't get what you want out of it, you're going to burn your last timeout. Would have preferred to have kept that timeout. You want to keep that timeout in case you're stuck and you have to call timeout to kick the field goal. So it was the play selection that forced them to burn the timeout. You could have thrown the ball, incomplete pass or whatever, and maybe been okay.
So let's see what Coach Scott Satterfield, he calls the plays for Cincinnati. Do you go to your tight end Royer here?
Well, whatever you do, you have to be careful, because you're going to burn a lot of clock for anything that's in the field of play.
Nathan Hawks, 55-yarder, career long.
This would be a 55-yarder from right here.
Sorsby looking, dumps it off. Covey, 1st down for Cincinnati. Clock ticking, clock ticking.
It's about a 51-yarder from here.
Covey limps off. He'll go quick here. Cincinnati's got to have time to exchange their defense.
Clock is ticking.
Sorsby looking, throws to the outside and throws it away.
You have 13 seconds. You have time for one play if you get out of bounds. If you complete a pass or you run the ball in the field of play, you might not get your field goal team on the field.
Clock's at 10 seconds. It'll be second down.
10 seconds only. This has got to be to the sideline or the end zone.
From the 33 of Texas Tech. Sorsby looking at Royer and overshoots it, throws it out of bounds. And here comes the field goal unit.
McGuire going to ice him. He's got 2 timeouts.
Nathan Hawks, senior. Transfer out of Division III Wittenberg. This is from 51 yards out. He's 2 of 3 for the night. And Tech will call a timeout.
Timeout, Texas Tech. Their second of a half. 30 seconds.
Question for you. What do you think Mahomes and Kelsey? Yeah. The 2 former players at these respective schools, now members of the Kansas City Chiefs, world champion Kansas City Chiefs, have a little wager on this game. I think it involves hair.
Nathan Hawks missed a 42-yarder after Tech, remember, called a timeout on him and iced him in the first half. This is from 51. He's got a career of a 55-yarder. Mason Fletcher's the holder. For the tie. Snaps good, holds good. The kick, no good. Texas Tech has now won 6 straight at home. They're 2-0 in the Big 12 for the first time since 2013. Coach McGuire now 14-3 here in Lubbock since he's taken over a couple of seasons ago.
What a night and what a game. And you saw some phenomenal things. How about the performance by the quarterbacks in this game? Both of them outstanding. And how about Taj Brooks, 172 yards? And then the chance for the tying field goal, pushed it to the right. And man, what a game and what a crowd tonight.
He said, I've made it an emphasis to win at home, and they continue to win here in Lubbock. Let's go down on the field with a guy who helped in this win with 172 yards rushing. He's with Lauren Sisler.
We got Taj Brooks, and I'll tell you, the excitement, the atmosphere, I just got pegged with a tortilla as I walked out here on the field. Woo, you're taking a deep breath. How you feel about this one, man?
I feel, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord Savior Jesus Christ, first and foremost. And then I feel blessed with this win. The guys, especially on that last play, that strain to finish and fight, man, this has been a blessing. And I'm glad we got this win.
Your coach talks about your offensive advantage. What do you think it was that got it done tonight offensively to be able to come out here and get this win?
Probably I would say the O-line. Those guys up front did a tremendous job blocking in the run game and the pass game, and then just getting different guys the ball, making playmakers be playmakers, and just executing the game plan. So.
All right, for you, pregame, you talked about the opportunity to be great. You were great out here tonight. Explain that for us.
Just something me and my dad and my mom talk about. It's an opportunity every time I get out and touch on the field, and it's a blessing to play in front of these fans and this community, man. I'm so thankful.
Tell me a little bit about your quarterback quarterback and how he was able to keep his poise and get this thing done tonight.
That guy grown so much. He went from a little freshman to now he's a true leader, positive leader in the community, on the field and off the field, and I love that guy. It's my brother.
Everything runs through Lubbock. Look, obviously a fun atmosphere, getting it done. You've been here since 2020. You are a veteran guy on this team. How have you seen this team evolve, especially on offense?
First of all, it's just our culture. The guys who got in the room, the guys who got in the locker room, they want to fight. They want to win everything they got in them. So I feel like that's one. And then just the thing we do, we love to play football. You guys, everybody on our team, it's something that we love to do, and we enjoy being with each other, and I feel like that's it.
All right, Taj, go enjoy this one.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
32 carries, 172 yards rushing for Taj Brook. Baron Morton threw for 251, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers for him. And how about Texas Tech 2-0 now in the Big 12?
Is this what it's going to be like all season in the Big 12? I mean,
one-score games.
One-score games all the time, and this one did not disappoint. It had everything you wanted. What an incredible night. We'll see what happens next week, but Texas Tech 2-0 now, along with BYU and Colorado. This race is far from over.
Cincinnati now 1-6. That's their record in one-possession games under Coach Satterfield. Texas Tech now 10-3. That's their record under Joey McGuire in one-possession games. They've now won 6 straight here at Jones AT&T Stadium. 8-1 is their record at home. Lone loss to Oregon. What a night. 44-41 is our final. Texas Tech knocks off Cincinnati. Rod Gilmore, Lauren Sisler, I'm Brian Custer. Coming up next, college football scoreboard. Kevin Connors, Trevor Maddich, take it away.